Today we're gonna talk about Fruitkit's fake crime over a Miss collaboration with Shannon Rose. I'm kidding. We will never do that to you. Although the whole drama is getting ridiculously entertaining, so maybe we will. Or we won't. Maybe we should. We will see. But for now, let's talk about something less ridiculous and more family friendly. Perfect for YouTube's new community guidelines. Sexual assault. Because we love being monetized. Sexual assault is not sexual misconduct. Sexual misconduct is an umbrella term for any misconduct of sexual nature that is of lesser offense than felony sexual assault, such as rape and molestation. But who better to learn it from than this wonderful training video from a time, after watching this video, you'd be happy not to have lived in, unless you're a boomer. In that case, nightmares are about to come back.
Word around the office is you've got a fat cock.
Yes, I do.
I've got a fat cock too. Maybe we should rub our fat cocks together sometime. Maybe a little oil. 2 fat cocks. Together. Oil.
Okay, this is not the best time to criticize whoever wrote that script for that training video, but a training video is supposed to be realistic. And this one really isn't, because there has never been a documented case of a white guy hitting on a black dude bragging of having a big penis with that much confidence. But you know, you can actually tell so much about the culture people lived in from the way they used to harass one another. Yesterday, we used to ask each other to rub our cocks together. Today, harassment is this.
Zombie, can you say now this is what it's all about? Aww. Now this is what it's all about.
I hope that you feel better, okay?
Alright, thank you very much.
Yeah. Because, you know, it's not really nice to just harass people.
Alright.
It's not.
Okay.
Okay? Can I get your autograph?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, for those of you that don't know what happened, that's the zombie unicorn at VidCon being harassed by plain rock tweets just by asking her to say her famous bully hunters line. And look, it seems idiotic, but I personally don't blame her. It must be hard being invited in a place full of famous people and being called who by everyone in the room. I would be irritated too. But back to a family-friendly story. Sexual assault is a form of sexual violence, which includes rape, groping, child sexual abuse, or the torture of a person in a sexual manner. Now, based on another YouTube training video we watched a few days ago, because we're working on another video, let me send a message to the underpaid YouTube moderator based in Mumbai that is currently manually reviewing this video. Krishna, Kabir, Danesh, whatever your name is, this video is gonna get worse, so you can stop. Technically, you can stop here. I won't contact my YouTube representative, I promise. It's just gonna get worse. You don't need to watch it all. Seriously. You don't need to waste your time. Thank you. And this brings us to Raymond Diaz Jr., Lily Pond's alleged ex, former Jake Paul's 2017 YouTube crew member, and one of the many things you choose not to think about before going to bed at night, alongside with famine in Africa, nuclear proliferation, and pro-Jared's dick pics. So, let's start with what we know for sure. In early June 2018, Ray got arrested for domestic violence after an argument with his 19-year-old girlfriend, Floridian girlfriend, Landy Hicks. Ray was 32 at the time. He grabbed her and pulled her so violently, she suffered neck scratches and bruising on her legs. After the arrest, she also released more info, like him spitting on her face and pouring water over her to degrade her. On Drama Alert, Landy says that he didn't allow her to hang out with anyone, not only with guys, but he was so possessive that he wouldn't want her to make friends at all. And also that if she spoke to a guy, he would first scream at her and then cry for fear to lose her. Allegedly, he always managed to have her working with him or with his friends because he didn't want her to meet other guys. She also says that he made her clean the house, cook for him, go buy the grocery, and on top of that, he insulted her for not knowing how to cook or whatever he asked her to do. Another time, she was brushing her teeth. She looked at him walking into the bathroom, and he started yelling at her for just looking at him. That time, she says she sat on the bed and just got all the shouting, but she also told us that once during a fight, he choked her and beat her. Now, a few days later, the toothbrushing incident, during another fight, he spat on her face. And when she tried to leave, he blocked her and pushed her back into the house and assaulted her. But there is one amazing detail she shared. So basically, she claims that during a fight, he saw a demon.
So then after that, I was like, Alexa, call 911. And he randomly unplugged all the Alexas. And then I said, well, then I'm just going to scream until the neighbors come. So I start screaming, and he grabs me by my mouth and the back of my head, lifts me up off my feet, runs and hits me really hard into the wall. And that's where the bruise on my leg came from. And then he just started screaming at me, shut up, shut the F up. And it was like all because I was trying to leave. And then he started crying and throwing up, and I had to like help him because he wouldn't lean forward when he was throwing up. He was throwing up in his mouth laying back, so I thought he was going to die. So I helped him, and I was like taking care of him, and I was like, oh my God. Then he says he sees a demon and starts screaming, get away from me, get away from me. And I was like scared because I really thought he was seeing a demon. And I like run into the bathroom and I lock the door, and he calms down finally, and then we go to sleep.
Is he making this shit up so you feel sorry for him?
I think so, because he told his sister and me 2 days ago that it was an act to get me to stop trying to leave. And I said, well, I applaud you because that was a good one.
That's right. Ray saw a demon. And it's not like when you land on Mars and a free boob woman greets you. And there you know that that's the devil testing you by adding things to something that is already amazing. This is a 33-year-old man shouting he's seen a demon. It would scare anyone. But she managed to escape while he was on a trip. And all of this happened without her parents' knowledge for two reasons. Because she didn't want them to get worried, and because she was afraid of Ray. And if you don't believe me, here is what she recorded.
Stabbing me in my fucking back. That's what the fuck you are. Shit to me. Stab me in my back. What should I do, Landy? What should I do? What should I do? And I don't give a fuck how many people you tell that I called you a bitch and spit on you, because you're lucky I don't spit on you again. Okay? I don't give a fuck, you ungrateful bitch, trying to sneak behind my fucking back. You're a slimy slut. That's what the fuck you are. You're a fucking slimy bitch. Why'd you fucking be sneaky about it? Huh? Why were you trying to be sneaking? Why are you trying to sneak? Why are you trying to sneak? Why'd you want to get in the first place?
Huh?
Why'd you do it in the first place?
Because
Why?
I didn't
Why?
know what to do.
Why?
I didn't know what
Why?
to do.
Huh? Why? It's simple. The fuck you mean you don't know what the fuck you do? You should have said fucking no! You should have said no!
And it's in moments like this that I'm glad we don't have to think about monetization, because we know we already lost it, and be free to say, what a fucking bastard. Eventually, she decided to move back to Florida, leaving all she had in his house. And this is where everything turns into something even more insane. And I want you to be very careful here, because we will talk about this again in the second part of this video. So, she goes back to Florida, and all of a sudden she receives a message from Ray's friend saying her computer got shipped to her mother's dance studio. The day later, she leaves the house to go to collect her laptop, like anyone would, and finds two of Ray's family's members inside a car outside her house, following her all the way to her mother's dance studio. When she leaves the studio, Ray is there too, in Florida, outside her mother's studio. So she believes that meant he had been there waiting all night. And I'll explain you what we believe really happened that day of many years ago in part 2. Now, she runs away from him, and when she reaches her driveway, keep in mind she lives in the woods, two of Ray's family members come out of the woods, say they wanted to talk to her, saying Ray wanted to have a baby with her and wanted to move to Florida and marry her. Now, she didn't report this to the police because she was scared and because nothing happened. According to her, although mental, Ray's family members were nice. But on the second video, I'll explain you why this was a huge mistake. And I'll have to do it on the second part because this has never been relevant until now. So, a few weeks later, this whole drama, she decides to go on Drama Alert, and all of a sudden, an Instagram user named Nick Ritchie says that more women came forward, releasing one disturbing clip. And what you're about to hear is really bad.
You can say what you want, you can do what you want. I'm gonna get that much better. You can try to fucking catch up to me all you want with a fucking powerful ass fucking family. Okay? Fucking stunning bitch.
Oh, fuck. Oh my god. Oh god. No, fuck.
What did I just say?
So
you made me feel the same way.
So that killed it. That going to be with him and whatever you did with that kid, and my brain's thinking you've done shit with him, you kissed him, you're into him, you guys are texting all the time now, okay? And you think I didn't catch it? You are crazy, okay? Then you tell me about these boys that were hitting on you at RJ's party when I was right there, watching you with these brothers, watching you.
I barely spoke to them that night.
Watching, yeah, but they were hitting on you. They were hitting on you. Right there. I was watching. And you have the balls to tell me they're there and they're actually cool. Why are you pushing me to kill? Listen, people get pushed to a limit. Okay, I'm already a violent person. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna hurt you. It's the person that's with you that's gonna get hurt.
And of course he's ready to kill. Look at him. He's one door away from looking like a sexy version of Jack Torrance. But Nicky Ricci then went to claim that there are other 3 women Ray abused and that Ray almost killed Lele Pons. We don't know what that means, but we're looking into it. And if you know anything about this story, you can contact us. Now, last year, we also found out that Best Boyfriend of the Year, Raimundo Diaz, lied about his age, telling everyone he was 29, when he was in fact 32, and got caught flirting with 15-year-old Lauren Gray on Instagram, calling her Dream Girl. Now, in that occasion, he said his manager told him to do so, which is clearly bullshit. But we can't go into details because we now have to fast move to 2019. This year, 33-year-old or 22-year-old Ray, perhaps 25-year-old Enrique, who knows what else we haven't discovered yet, posted a picture on Instagram of him kissing Angelica, a 17-year-old girl, a girl that then went mysteriously missing. On the beginning of July 2019, the girl's mother, who also controls her Instagram account, posted a missing person flyer, spread then by friend user Jovan Arman Official. At this point, Kim starts publishing a Drama Alert episode talking about this, and Ray has something to say about it.
Let me tell you right now, I have nothing to do with Angelica's missing, okay? I don't even know what's going on right now at the moment. It's a girl I used to do videos with, and every once in a while I train. I got nothing to do with this. I had cops come to my house and ask me if they can search my house. I had them search my house. I got clearance right here. I got proof of officers coming to my house and checking and seeing that Angelica is not in my house. All right, so Keemstar, stop fucking trying to get news. Stop trying to use my name. All right, because that's not what's going on here.
In the Drama Alerts episode, we also discover that allegedly Ray was actually dating the missing Angelica since she was 16, and this was their relationship.
I don't even know how it got here. Today we really...
I gotta pull over. I'm fucking you up, man. I'm fucking pull over. I'm gonna fucking you up. I'm gonna end up punching you so fucking hard. You're such a bad person for me. You're nowhere near good for me. You're nowhere near good for me. I can't live my life with your mom threatening me. Angelica!
I don't know what to do about it!
Kill yourself! So I can get out of it already! Die! Holy shit! Because I'm tired of this! You make me a bad person! Holy shit, I don't even know who the fuck I am! I'm fucking shaking! I have no idea who I am! I'm so fucking scared! Call your fucking mom! Over and over and call your mom over, Angelica.
You know, it's not helping your case when out of two people, you are the one shouting, "It's always me getting hurt," and you are not the person crying. Now, when this clip came out, Ray said this. I do want to talk about that when the time does come. But it was fake, and it is acting lessons, and it does sound crazy, but it's called acting bar. It's something that you learn in acting class if you study in New York City. It's just screaming and yelling, and I do that before every single audition with Angelica. For myself, just to get the juice flowing, you know? Because there are a lot of rules that want us to be real instead of being fake. We just pull from a real place. And this is clearly bullshit, but there is more, because Angelica too had something to say.
So the video that my mom just posted, I want everybody to know that it was fake. It was just acting. So Ray had gone through a situation with another woman where they were in the car and something like that, and he was getting very emotional. So I asked him, I was like, what were you going through? Like, and he's like, I can't even describe it. And I was like, well, then act it out for me, really get into it. Tell me how you're feeling. And, the first day he was like, just kind of talking about it. But then I was like, no, push yourself. Use this for acting, this can be good. I can record it if you want to. And he was like, okay, yeah, let's do this. It's going to be fun. And so we went through this whole dramatic scene, and my mom, now that she has complete control over my phone because I don't have it with me, she found that video and is now using it to manipulate the situation completely.
Clearly, this was a lie. And this is not the only lie he told. Do you remember when he said he had nothing to do with Angelica's disappearance? He had everything to do with it. And do you remember when he said he wasn't dating Angelica? He was dating her since she was 16. What about when he says the police searched his house and couldn't find Angelica, therefore he was clear? Well, she was actually hiding under a mattress. And we know all this because Angelica decided to speak out.
This clip that got released by your mom was voice acting. Was it actually voice acting?
No, it was not. That was a lie that Ray and I tried to make up to help cover the situation. But no, it was real.
So you were with Ray at the time that, you came out and said, hey, it was just voice acting?
I was.
Did he make you do that?
Yeah, and I mean, it was such a tough situation because I wanted to help him, and I I was feeling guilty, and I didn't even know what to do in that situation. But
Right.
yeah, he was telling me what to do because I was so lost, and I was pretty scared, to be honest, because he had been yelling at me that I'd been messing up and everything. And it was just over and over, like repeat. He's like, no, that you didn't say it the way I want you to say it. Do it again, do it again. And I was losing my mind, really.
Yeah. So when you did run away, the police went to Ray's house. They searched for you, and you weren't there. What happened with that? Like, I mean, at some point, obviously, you were at Ray's house because you filmed that video saying it was just voice acting, right? How come the police didn't find you there? Where were you?
I was at his place for 2 days for the 4th of July. Well, almost 3 for the 4th of July. The day before the 4th of July, and then a little bit of the day after. When the police came to search his house, we were running around trying to find a place for me to hide, and then he finally went into his room. He tore off his mattress really quick,
Right.
cut open his box spring,
Oh my
slid me
God.
inside of there, and then put the mattress back over his box spring. And then he even had a girl come in and lay down on his bed, like right on top of me. So I was like squished, and I had to be quiet and like not make a sound, basically. And I heard the cops come in searching for me, and obviously they couldn't.
So Ray Diaz is hiding a 17-year-old girl from the police that are looking for her. Like, I mean, this is just okay. So I just want to get this question done and over with. Were you and Ray Diaz dating? Because so many people have told us that you were, and I just want to clarify this because Ray says no. I just work with this girl. I just make videos with her. Were you guys actually boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yes, we were dating.
For how long?
Almost, I think it was like around 11 months or so. 10, 11 months, something like around there.
And how old were you when you guys started dating?
I was 16 years old.
Now, we already knew Ray was a bad guy, but hiding his girlfriend under a mattress and placing another woman on top of it is awesome. The move every cheater failed to pull for centuries worked. And at this point, the internet went crazy because this wasn't a normal fight between two people that did evil to one another. This was one of many kids being sexually assaulted by this man. The story gets so big that it goes trendy, and finally the LAPD decides to do something about it, tweeting this. The LAPD is aware of several social media posts related to a social media personality, alleging physical abuse and sexual relations with a minor. We take these allegations seriously. Currently, the department has directed a group of investigators to look into these allegations. And after a few hours, the LAPD published a second tweet saying that they have arrested 33-year-old social media personality Ray Diaz for sexual assault in San Diego with a bail set at $500,000. So everyone starts cheering over the news. Even Angelica thanked people online for the support received.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to come on here and say that being brave it's not easy, and I have been going through such an emotional roller coaster for so long, and I just wanted to say that the love and the support that you guys have been sending me, sharing with me, commenting, sending me stuff, it has been such a help. It's so beautiful, and it's amazing to see that people do care, and it's such a help. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for reaching out. The relationship that I was in led me to be in such a deeply depressed place. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so lost and depressed, and I was scared. I really was scared to share my story. But now that I've been able to separate myself from the source of my pain and be around my close friends, my mom, even external support, it's made me realize that I feel safe and that I'm ready and strong enough to be able to share my story. I want it to be known that it's not my goal to hurt anybody or to put anybody in jail. My goal is to hopefully bring awareness and show that it's not okay to be in an abusive relationship and that it's okay to speak out. I want to inspire people that may be going through a similar thing to know that it's okay to speak out, to share your story, and know that it's not okay. And I know it's hard because I was manipulated. I was brainwashed into thinking that the relationship that I was in was love, when now I know that it was the furthest thing from.
The internet basically did what the internet does. Shared a story called Ray a Monster thanked Keemstar, while the mainstream media pretended Keemstar never even existed. Even LAPD Chief Michael Moore tweeted some bullshit like, "We thank the public for their outpouring of concern regarding this case. We are better when we share the responsibility of making sure every member of our community is safe." Sure, we are better when we share the responsibility, but he loves getting all the credit because then he went tweeting this. "Proud of our elite RAD who pursued this relentlessly. Their work brings a small measure of justice." Their work? A month earlier, they went searching for Angelica in Ray's house and they couldn't even find a kid under a fucking mattress. And so relentlessly that after less than 24 hours, Ray was released on a $50,000 bond, 10% of his $500,000 bail. Imagine now an angry psychopath that has just lost his career getting out of jail. We were all shocked because Mr. Relentless Job told us that we are all better when the community is safe. Imagine Angelica's reaction. Actually, you don't need to imagine it at all. Here is Angelica's first reaction to the news.
So I just found out that Ray got released from jail, and I just feel really scared right now. I don't know what to do. I'm scared to go home. And I don't think this is fair. He got out of jail for $50,000. And I just don't think that with everything that he's done, how scared he's made me feel that that's okay. I literally don't. I'm so scared to go home. I'm so scared and I don't know what to do. So I just want to put that out there because I don't know what to do.
And this is heartbreaking. But a day later, she went back on Twitter with this new message.
Hey guys, so I just want to come on here and say that I know I really freaked out yesterday when I found out that Ray got out of jail. I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely was scared for my life because I didn't know what he was gonna do, what was gonna happen, and I was scared, but I was able to talk to some powerful people that know what's going on with the case, and I am protected by them. So I wanted to let you guys know that I am safe. They also told me that the only reason that he did get out was because he paid 10% of his $500,000 bail. So that does not mean that he's not guilty. That does not mean that he's free. He's only free until his court date. And I just also want to say that my mom and I are on a little mother-daughter trip, and it really has made our relationship stronger. You know, everything that her and I have been going through, you know, we realized how much stronger we are together and that family really does come first. So that is a plus within all of this. And then I just want to say that your comments really have been such a help. I get so lost in everything that's going on, but your comments really do help keep me strong. So thank you so much for that. I love you guys, and we'll talk soon.
So, you might think this is over, right? Well, not really. Because there is one of many Instagram users that really worked hard during those days, and even now. Everyone thought that was just a random fan, doing what fans do. But we've looked into it. And we'll tell you everything about it in a couple of days, in part 2.